in paying my fees. I went to one uncle of mine. He was like, if it's music you are going to read, then I
Mintia.
can't. Mintia. For me, it has worked out for me. I don't know if it's going to work out for you. So
Mhm.
you look within, oh, music is something I want to do. All right. I have seen someone read music and become this. I've seen someone read music and has also become this. What am I taking from both of them?
My name is Yahweh J, and welcome to Life After School. Does school really determine your future? Or that is what we've been told. For years, we've measured success by grades and degrees. But what if life has other plans? In a world where dropouts build empires and top students still struggle, it's time we ask real questions. Welcome to Life After School, the podcast where we explore the truth about education, success, and everything in between. Whether you're a straight A student, a university dropout, or just trying to figure things out, this is the space for you. Let's challenge the system, hear real stories, and also discover what really shapes our future beyond the classroom. Life after school. School ends, but the journey doesn't. Hi, and welcome to Life After School. My name is Yahweh J. So on a typical Friday night going into the weekend in Ghana, a lot of people would want to wind down with listening to live band music. In listening to live band, there are people who bring the life to the band. I have a gentleman here today, and he is Kpodo, one of the lead singers from the Nkyinkyim Band, who makes us happy on the weekend. Welcome to Life After School, Kpodo.
Thank you, brother. Everything cool for your side?
I am very well. And so your name, I know you as Kpodo, but in terms of your full name, what would that be?
It still be Kpodo, because Kpodo be my puppy name.
Okay.
So Kpodo is my dad's name, and my mom actually named me Seth Ampofo Asante,
Oh, okay.
and then my dad added the Kpodo, but for official reasons and for you know government official stuff, I use Seth and Kpodo. So I'm Seth and I'm Kpodo as well. But you can call
Okay.
me Kojo.
Okay. So with the mention of Kojo, one interesting fact that I found out like 2 days ago,
Yeah.
Daddy Lumba, who just passed away, I found out that he's actually called Charles Kojo Fosu, but
Yeah.
he's actually called Kwabna.
Yeah, he's a Tuesday born.
Yeah,
I think I heard it in an interview some time ago that someone said, "Oh, he was named after his dad,"
his dad.
and
Yeah,
yeah, and his dad was Kojo, so he had to take the name Kojo.
yeah. So without delving off the topic for today, why don't we start from you taking me through your early days, your academic journey till now? What have you been doing in terms of schooling?
I started from Siam Children's Academy. I'm actually one of the pioneers of that school. I started from crèche.
And where's
With
the school?
it's in Achimasene, in
Oh,
the
okay,
eastern region, close
okay,
to Achimoda.
okay,
That's where I grew up. Yeah, that's where I grew up. So I started from Siam through to I think GSS two. When I was about to go to GSS two, that was when my dad came back in the picture and was like, I should spend time with his side of the family. So I moved from Achimasene to Kedi. It's also in the eastern region, and that's actually where I was born. So I started school in Kedi in 2007, 2008. I think that academic year. Um, and I went to Newman Preparatory, and then from there I got admission to Accra Academy, and that was when my music journey actually began. Even though I'm from a family full of musicians, I didn't really take music that serious until I went back to Accra Academy, and then from Accra Academy I stayed home for a year, and then Legon called. So I came to Legon, not coming to read music at all. I
okay.
was going to read political science, geography, and French. I used to be a very good French student, but now I'm pay. Yeah, and from Legon, yeah, I wouldn't say from Legon. Even when I was in Legon, the music journey began.
Adamiti bema watching you to sister. What's that see who ya gangsta. Ya know and time na kona go who no pasta. Uni ya baba sana wata and monster. And then I go papa who had the master. Or say we want thing the school this semester. Skippy siga go de ya come sister Esther. Ego go sare na mo have siesta. After basta da bagangsta. After wa konya mo sister Esther. Esther papa ya deputy minister. Or this a say good but then it disaster. Everyone na gonna raga basta. Man ya ding sing to blaster. Kisa watare mano kare presta. Ega go fiesta. Someone's on Russia. Someone's on Russia. Someone's on Russia. Russia. Someone's on Russia. Someone's on Russia. Someone's on Russia.
So let's go back to Accra Academy.
Yeah.
I know music is an elective at the senior high school level. Did you do music at the senior high school level?
Music used to be an elective in some schools, not in
Okay.
Accra Academy.
Okay.
In Accra Academy, we didn't read music until I think after 2017 or yes, yeah, I think sometime 2017. That was when music was introduced into Accra Academy. So I was supposed to be a science student. I was supposed to growing up. I wanted to be a doctor. Before agreeing that I wanted to be a doctor, I wanted to be a police officer. I wanted to be a contractor. I wanted to be so many things.
Mm-hmm.
Usha, yeah, nah. Maybe. So from Newman to Accra Academy, I think a mistake was made with my forms and all those things you fill out before you get your placement. So instead of general science, I got general arts.
Okay.
And then I went into one of the best classes I've ever been in, general arts too, in Accra Academy. And that was where I rediscovered myself as a musician. I always knew I was a musician because I learned how to play the drums at a very early age. Um, was singing with my uncles when they go for crusades and all these revivals. My mom still sings. She'll go and play some gigs and get something for herself. Um, I knew I was a musician, but then when I moved from Achema Sani to Kede, I lost that touch with music. And when I rediscovered myself, it was in Accra Academy General Arts 2 in 2010. That was when I rediscovered myself.
So, in rediscovering yourself in Accra Academy, in terms of your music, what
Yeah.
did that rediscovery look like for you? When you say rediscovery, what does that mean?
For like I said earlier, for some time I wasn't really in the music space. I would just listen to music and appreciate music
Mm-hmm.
until I went to Accra Academy. And then I started writing poems.
Oh.
So I would write a poem, read it out. I remember one time I was writing a poem. It was time for social studies exam. That was my first time in Accra Academy. I was writing a poem with one of my good friends. His name is Ashi Niyashi, and one senior came around. His name is Bachamfo. He
Mm-hmm.
came around and I was like, oh, I remember the name because it changed my whole opinion about life and school. He came and he was like, because the exam we were going to write the next day was social studies. We are not learning, and I'm here writing love poems. Some slap I chop. I chop some massive slap. And I think it was during that semester that I realized I could actually rap. Because before then I wasn't a rapper. I didn't even learn anyone's rap or rap anyone's lyrics. It was then that I realized, oh, Charlie, I can rap. So instead of writing the poems and, you know, putting them up on posters or just, writing them sick, why don't I just put speech to it? And that was when everything changed. Then I started rapping what I had written already, some of the poems. Um, I tried them. I tried some freestyles, and then it just picked up. Like in Form One, the thing picked up.
I pick
Charlie, I pick it too. Some seniors were looking out for me. They called me and they were like, "There is this new guy that has come. He's very good. He's a very good rapper." Yeah, can you remember start here now? They took me to some halls. I remember, if you know Chenyum.
Yeah, I do
Yeah,
know him.
Chenyum used to be a rapper back then before he switched and switched again. I remember they took me to his hall. He was in Ellen Hall. I was in a new hall because
Mm-hmm.
it was during my time that two batches went to school at the same time. Those who were going to go for 3 years and was going to go for 4
4 years.
years. Yeah, I was part of the 3 year batch. Chinyum was part of the 4 year batch. So they were like, some new guy has come. He's a very good rapper. Then Chinyum called me. He's like, Charlie, you're rapping ENT. And that was when, like, it's all part of my rediscovery as a musician. So I became like one of the toppest rappers in my year group. Yeah.
Well, that is quite refreshing to hear that high school rekindled your love for music. So fast forward, going to the University of Ghana, you did mention a bouquet of electives, but how did you end up in the music class, or how did you end up in the department, or how did it happen?
Honestly, I don't know. Uh, in my mind, I was going to read political science, geography, and French.
Mm-hmm.
But when I got admission on my letter, same thing that happened in high school had happened. So I saw sociology, social work, and music, and I was like, why not? I mean, I didn't want to be here in the
Mm-hmm.
first place. I just wanted to sell my rice and flour and Charlie make some money one side. I was forced to come to school. So I got music, sociology, social work, and I realized I'm already in the music space. So after school, I joined a team of rappers. We called ourselves the GH3 Cypher, hosted by one of my big bosses. His name is Mens. So we were just going around. So before I even entered Legon, I had already been in Legon Commonwealth to
Okay.
perform a couple of times. Went to Legon Hall to perform a couple of times with rap, Charlie, and true rappers, ne, Nkwasi Akeka. So people used to love that vibe, Charlie.
Mm.
Um, I didn't know I was going to read music, but then I entered and I realized, oh, this is something I can do. At least I know what key C is. I know what the scale is. I can play some small drums. I was rusty, but I could play. So music was good for me. And honestly, I spent my whole time, 4 years of my whole time in the music department. If you ask me now where the social work department is, I'm sure I'm going to get lost.
So I am guessing you dropped sociology and social work eventually and majored in music.
Yeah, I dropped social work first because they said if you major in social work, you can't, combine it with another course, which was music. And music is like something I love. So I dropped social work. Along the line, I dropped sociology, I think in level 300. And it
Majored.
was music all the way.
This is a part of me, and I'm in the mess myself for me. Hey, Deba,
So I want us to clear a misconception, or I want you to delve deeper. People are of the view that there's a department called dondology. You go there and they're only drumming. You go there and they're only singing. When we talk about music as a course, what goes into it? Personally, I also did music. I wasn't music inclined, so I ran away from music.
Yeah,
But
I remember.
if you can go into it and give people an insight into what music as a course is at the university level.
Okay, so first of all, there is nothing like dondology, but I really think it would have been good PR for, what it has become. Everyone thinks when you read music or you are a dance student or a theater student, then you read dondology. I don't know why there is some kind of stereotype on it. I don't really know why, but it would have been really good for PR that School of Performing Arts would be also known as dondology or dondology departments. Like I like the name. Yeah. The music course is difficult.
True.
It takes more than talent to be in the music department because you are there to learn the rudiments of music. So in level 100, you read all the rudiments of music, like even trying to define what music is a challenge. You read you read the rudiments of music. You start with the harmonies and the counterpoints. You learn history of where all these things are coming from. Just in level 100, you start composing in the art music kind of way. So we have art music, we have traditional music, we have popular music. They are like the three major forms of, music that we have. So we have the arts, we have the traditional, and we have the popular music. So you read about all these things. And if anyone out there thinks music is easy, or it's not easy, because the calculations and things you'll be doing.
Yeah. If you are
That's
not a
why you
math
run away.
student, yeah, if you are not a math savvy student and you are going into music, I think it's
I'll
very
tell you.
difficult. Personally, I had an F in music 101 and another
Oh,
F
serious?
in, yeah, I had an F in first semester, an F in second semester.
Second semester.
First semester it was my fault. I didn't study. Second semester to me it was too difficult. So I had to go back to level 400 to retake my music classes. And
Wow.
when I got, I know this is not my interview, but I just want to chip in. When I got into my reset class, I saw a lot of my classmates. We were in level 400, but I saw almost half of my classmates in the reset class. But hey, for you guys who
Charlie, you
find,
know easy.
yeah, for you guys who find music very interesting and easy for you, I think it's a God-given path for some people. So I
Yeah,
guess that's it.
I also think it's interest. You know,
Yeah.
sometimes you hear about so many things that dampens your spirit and interest, and
Mm-hmm.
even it it doesn't give you inspiration to even study, because people ask questions like, music no ukosua dia yeden. Charlie,
Mm-hmm.
ukosua music ni dia yeden. Of course, not everyone would have that kind of interest for the course, but I mean, it's not below the other courses that other people are reading. Like,
That's true.
it's also up there. It's in the academic field. Like,
Mhm.
it's there. You like, you can't ignore music. And you say you get F for the music theory. Eh?
Yeah,
Imagine
I got an F.
somebody gets F for practical and ensemble.
Yeah.
Easy. It's not really easy. So
It's not.
even in level 100, you need to bring your musicality on board. So you are reading the music theory itself.
Mm-hmm.
That would be the art music, the traditional music, and everything. But they mostly focused on the art music aspect of things.
Yeah.
That be what is academically pleasing enough. Yeah, people don't really pay attention to the popular and the traditional music, but uh, all in all, in level 300, all these things became, on the same level with art music. I mean, that's when you've actually studied enough to know, say, oh, I belong to the art music, or I belong to traditional music, or I belong to popular music. So it's
So
it is
I am going to veer off your academics pretty soon, but I
yeah.
want you to send a message to a student out there who is looking to pursue music at the university level or even at the high school level, who is being discouraged into going to music. What advice would you give to that person in making their choice?
I will tell you to listen to your instincts. I mean, listen to yourself. Don't let anyone discourage you. Um, Me, for instance, I got lots of comments. Why are you going to read music? Even in paying my fees, I went to one uncle of mine. He was like, "If it's music you are going to read, then I
Media.
can't." Mean, yeah. For me, it has worked out for me. I don't know if it's going to work out for you. So
Mm-hmm.
you look within. Oh, music is something I want to do. All right. I have seen someone read music and become this. I've seen someone read music and has also become this. What am I taking from both of them? You've seen most of us out there now, and there were lots of us already there, so we looked up to them. Big shout out going out to Dr. Sunudu. He's one of the people I looked up to whilst I was reading music. So he will always encourage you that if this is what you want to do, then go ahead and do it. Make you forget everybody, but make you not forget your parents, because if them then go pay the fees. Unless you can pay the fees. If you can pay your fees like I did, then forget them. Then Charlie, move on. Music is the most beautiful course you will ever get to read anywhere, because you get to work with every part of your body, every part of your brain. You get to practice whilst you are reading. So if you are in for if you are someone that loves to practice whilst you are also reading, the rudiments of it, getting into the theories of it, and the more more kind the etymology of it,
Hmm.
then music is the course for you.
Wow. So let's move into your professional journey as a musician. I know you are a lead singer on the
Yeah,
Nkyinkyim Band. How did
yeah.
the journey with Nkyinkyim Band begin for you?
It's actually a funny story. So in level 100,
Hmm.
um, pop and ensemble because
Yep.
you're a music student. But for those of us listening who don't know what an ensemble is when you get to level 100, you get to read the theory and then you do the practical. The practical, you choose an instrument that you would want to play, and then you join an ensemble. It could be the choral ensemble, which is you singing choir and dancers. Then we have the traditional ensemble. I think they've developed it into more ensembles now
Hmm.
since I last heard. And then we had the pop ensemble where you play popular music. So I joined the pop ensemble, and before I went to the guitar class, I wanted to play the trumpet. But then they told me if I want to play the trumpet, then I need to join the brass ensemble. So I ran away from there, went to take the guitar and joined the pop ensemble. Fast forward, first semester, the pop ensemble held a concert at the music department.
Hmm.
And the Nkyinkyim band leader now, like the founder now,
Hmm.
came around to watch that concert because they had already gotten the idea to start a band. Kofi Johnson with Kwame Akomia, keys player,
Okay.
they had already come together to form a band, and they spoke to a drummer who played with us. His name is Lawrence T. Cole. He's a videographer now,
Okay.
Commotions. Yeah. So he brought them to watch our performance. And then when they saw us, they were like, oh, these guys are good for the new project we are embarking on. So they spoke to me, I spoke to Kwame Owusu, and then we got together 2014. But then we were not rehearsing then. Like it was just, we were still in that creation space. So it was through Lawrence that they got to know myself and Kwame Owusu, and then we joined the band from there. That time too, we were in the Legon Palm Wine Band by
Hmm.
Dr. Sulu.
Yeah.
So from level 100, 2014, we joined late 2014 through 2015, and we are still with the Nkyinkyim Band and the Legon Palm Wine Band.
So in joining Nkyinkyim, um, 2014,
Yeah,
2015 till
yeah,
2025 and still counting.
yeah.
What has been that binding factor? What has been that glue for you guys? Because we see a lot of bands splitting up, a lot of people, a lot of bickering, infighting. For Nkyinkyim, what has that been? The which what is the glue for you guys, basically?
Um, I think we became family before we became business partners, and also most of us saw the vision. Like Goofy Johnson and Kwame had a very solid vision. It was Johnson's vision. Kwame bought into it, and we also bought into it because we were like, right now I'm reading music. I'm not going to use my music to work in any office. Even before then, I hadn't worked in any office. So why wouldn't I pursue this and create something for myself? Nkyinkyim has this philosophy: is Nkyinkyim is for all of us and anyone we come in contact with. So it's not just for Johnson or for Kwame or for me. It's for everyone. It's for all of us. So that has always been the binding factor. Believing in the vision has been the second binding factor. The third one has been, you know, treating each other as equals. Um, that's how we were trained. That's how we were trained by the Legon Palm Wine Band. So meeting people who also had the same mindset, it just brought us together. This one they say like posts, they do what? If
Yeah,
you don't like
right.
posts, then they like posts with, then they attract, or unlike
Yeah.
posts, then
Don't
that.
ask me. Don't
There's
ask.
times they throw them away.
Yeah, don't ask me, but they attract or repel. That's all I know.
Yeah, Charlie. That's why we wanna own. It be like we be like minded and
Hmm.
new coat we Kwame they try bring, but I polish them small. Like minds, we think as such.
Yeah.
That be what he talk. So we are just like minded people who think the same way. That's the binding factor.
Okay. So you mentioned having the uh conceived idea that you are not doing a 9 to 5. So just to clear that out of the way, did you ever consider doing a 9 to 5 attached to music, or did you ever do any 9 to 5, or it's
Mm,
strictly been music?
no. So you remember I mentioned earlier that after school I stayed home for a year.
Yeah.
I could have had a 9 to 5 job, but I chose the one that was like 6 to 10. I was selling rice and flour. I was just doing business with one of my bosses who had a wholesale shop. When I entered school, I was still working with him. So that was how I actually paid my fees. So I work on weekends at my boss's shop. I stay there on Saturdays. I go there on Saturdays just to work, and then Sundays I rest. Repeat sometimes Mondays when I'm not going to early morning Dr. Amwa class. I I'll go there, open the shop, and then work. So I've never had 9 to 5 in mind. I think my dreams changed when I didn't get the science in Accra. So it changed my whole perspective. And I just wanted to hustle, Charlie. I just wanted to make money. And when music came in, I was like, oh, this is something refreshing. I get to do what I love, and you get something for it. And Legon Pamoyan Band set the precedence for that. Our first gig, big men, then they share the money, pepe.
That's
The
good.
new small boy, I get some. Hey, I was like, wow, I'm not leaving this field.
Well, they say that music heals the soul. So
Yeah,
you didn't end up in a theater, as in a hospital theater, being a
yeah,
doctor, but then with the renditions that you give us, I think you are healing the souls. So
yeah.
in terms
Thank you.
of your formal education, would you say your formal education influenced your craft or worldview in terms of doing music?
Yes, of course. I think it was recently people were talking about something on X about, education, and I was like, they don't know. Formal education shapes every human. It doesn't matter whether you failed in maths or or you are not good at maths, or maybe the Pythagoras theorem or whatever doesn't apply in your field. It all shapes us. It prepares your mind because you can't be a musician trying to remember lyrics every time, and you can't remember that all those maths formulas and all the chemistry formulas that you learned. If we didn't go through that process, how do you expect your brain to develop to the point that you can remember lyrics of songs? So formal education has really played a role. If I talk about the kind of education we had during our time, music education
Mhm.
from level 100 to 400, there were some things we used to complain that, but then I'm not going to use it for
Mm.
anything. And then, but later on the field, you realize, oh, okay, so all this while, this be the harmony and counterpoints they've been telling me about, and I didn't know. So me personally, I've been shaped by formal education. I can speak some music terms because I have been in the music department of the University of Ghana. So someone would want to maybe describe something, and then I'll be like, oh, this is what it is called.
Mhm.
And it's easier for musicians to communicate when you are like minded, you have all, studied in the same curriculum. So formal education has been good to my career. I'm not going to lie. And it goes beyond, even it goes beyond music. It goes beyond music. Yeah.
So let's say um, Podo is to teach. is to teach a life after school class as a teacher, what would your top 3 lessons be for the students in your class, per your experience in your education and your career? What are the top 3 lessons you would give to your class?
Okay, so is this a general class or is it a music class?
No, so general class. Could be a music class, general class. So let's do it this way. Speak to the music people, speak
Okay.
generally, and speak one from your own experience.
See, it be 3 courses like I could teach. Life.
Mm-hmm.
Life in itself.
Mm-hmm.
Music, which is also life in itself. And then the last course would be money, business, and relationship. I go call them the Trinity. Because you make a start from there. You need money. You need to build relationships. And see, easy to make money in this Accra. Easy to make money anywhere. So based on my own experiences, it's not always about money. So relationships count as well. And also looking within you and understanding who you are. So that would be the Trinity, which I have put at the 3rd position. When it comes to music, I'll tell you, music is the only thing that makes people happy, people sad, people agitated, people angry. Like, music can put you through all the moods in the world. Music can do that for you. So I would love to teach music, of course. So I'm biased. I'll put music there. And then when it comes to life, my brother, for live life, if you think so much about what is going to happen in the future, you are going to miss out on so many things in the present. So I would advise people, or I would teach people to appreciate the life they have, enjoy the the life they have now, because you can't predict what's in the future.
Well, you've given us a very good lecture on
No,
on life,
I don't reach there yet.
music. Yeah. So my last question before I let you go,
All
what
right.
would be your proudest moment with Nkyinkyim Band so far?
I know we figure one on.
Yeah, you can give me 2, but
I,
one
I,
it should be fine.
I,
But
will,
any
I will give you
marquee,
more.
okay, any marquee moment that you remember or you are so proud of being
So
a part of Nkyinkyim
I'm I'm just going to categorize them.
Band. Okay.
Imagine entering someone's office and the person is I mean someone's office, I mean someone big, someone huge,
Mm-hmm.
someone that without music or Nkyinkyim Band you would never meet anywhere. You only see them on TV.
Yeah.
And then you enter their office and they're like, "Oh, come watch my phone top." Yeah, I was just listening to your songs. I was watching your video. Every moment like that in my life makes me proud. That I read music, I joined the Nkyinkyim Band, and I mean we are still pushing for more. So not only the big people, but sometimes you will be on the streets and someone will just, it makes me feel like, oh yeah, I'm on the right track. That's one. The other one was in 2016. That was the first time me I tapped playing inside, and and it was through music. It was through music. KwaZulu Natal festival, like meeting
South
new
Africa.
people in South Africa. Actually, it was just amazing. I was like, wow. Hey, mami ata America. And representing Ghana at the 2022
World Cup.
FIFA World Cup in Qatar. Like when we got there, we played at a festival, and Chinchin played at a festival in Qatar called the Drisha Festival. When we got to the space, like big stage, big screens, children jumping here and there. I mean, some sheik crowd wanted to meet us afterwards, but we had another performance, so we had to run. Charlie, is not easy. I was like, wow. And that was then. And, every day is a proud moment. Every day is a proud moment, Charlie.
Well, Thank you,
Thank you,
Kpodo,
bro.
for joining my podcast today. It's been an eye-opening conversation with you, but I also know that Nkyinkyim has its own festival coming up. So I'll
Yeah.
give you the opportunity to invite my viewers who are watching, and those ones who love you, you can speak to them for your final words.
All right. Let me first speak to those ones who don't love us.
Okay,
We beg you, if you don't love us, start loving us. Why? We beg you. Nkyinkyim experience is happening on the 14th of November 2025 um, at the National Theatre. Our first time at the National Theatre, actually. And we need everyone there to experience Ghana's culture and our rhythms, and also our legacy. So that's for those who don't love us. For those who love us, we know you are going to be there and expect the best from Nkyinkyim Band on the 14th of November. For those who are watching now, thank you, brother, for putting me on. I know you are coming.
for sure. I'll be there.
Yes. So I'll be waiting for you with your tickets, and maybe I'll give you some 2 tickets to do some giveaway for some of your viewers.
I would appreciate that.
Yeah, that would love to be at the experience. So um on the 14th of November, National Theatre, 8 p.m. Nkyinkyim Band live in concert. And we call this one the Sweet Edition. We have Evivi Foods on board as our, headline sponsor. And they are bringing the sweetness. And in Nkyinkyim, we are already sweet boys. So we too, they bring on our own, join them. We have Verna Mineral Water on board as well. We have Boat, we have Zomo, we have Core Media Studios, we have Studio 444, we have Boostmate, um, and of course the media partners, they sell name, um, all these guys. And we are featuring Lucky Mensa. We are also featuring Famille. Famille, we are not featuring him. He is part of it.
His family.
Yeah, his family, Charlie, his family. We have a EC who is also family. If you see this video, tell him say I go score him. If you can house, I go score him. You see, on board we have Najaman. He's also family. We have TM Music and Kwame Brinya. You already know Kwame Brinya is family.
Yeah.
So it's a full package. We have Lexi the comic as well coming through with it go make you laugh. So we they give you music, we they give you comedy, we they give you dance, we they give you culture, we they give you Ghana's rhythms. So 14th November at the National Theatre. We won't see you there.
Well, to my viewers at home, thank you for joining us today. You can like, share, and subscribe as I bring you good interviews in terms of education and career. Thank you.
Yeah. Bro, thank you too.